If you are jobless in Kenya, if you have lost your job, or if you have finished school and are looking for a job at the moment, you might consider starting an online business and start making money for yourself. And I know what you might be wondering. You might actually be asking yourself, how can I even start an online business when I do not have money, when I am jobless at the moment, when I am actually looking for an opportunity and I'm frustrated because there are no jobs in Kenya today? And these reasons are exactly why you need to consider starting an income generating online business in Kenya. And I'll explain to you why I think this might be an alternative path or an option that actually you should take. Now, let me take you back to what you might consider to be basic economics. One of the reasons why you actually are jobless or why you are finding it very difficult to get a job in Kenya today is because the economic dynamics have changed. And this is basic economics when it comes to supply and demand of labor in the market. What you realize that if you compare today with, let's say, 1960s, 70s, and 80s, you'll find that there are a lot of people today who are qualified to get formal jobs, but there are actually no jobs or no formal jobs in the economy. That means you have a lot of supply when it comes to the labor, but then the opportunities do not exist. This is different from when, for example, your parents or for some even grandparents were growing up or when they were finishing school back in 60s, 70s, and 80s. And this is because in those times there were actually more formal opportunities. There are actually opportunities to get a job, which is why if you go into your family and start to look at the people who were employed back in 60s, 70s, and 80s, you might actually find that some of your uncles and aunts or even parents actually got very good jobs in institutions such as banks, government, central bank, just out of having finished Form 6, which is very different from today. That today I don't think you can actually get a job at central bank, even for example with a master's. You will find it very difficult to actually get employed at CBK. But back then there were people who had just finished Form 6 and got placed at the central bank. Well, today most of them are retired or are retiring. But that sort of explains the difference in economic and labor dynamics. That today you have millions of people who are qualified, who are educated, but then the economy is not producing an equivalent number of formal jobs. And that is going to probably be a situation in Kenya for the foreseeable future until we can probably change our economic policies and start focusing more on private sector, on small and medium enterprises, because jobs are actually not created by government. They are created by businesses. So if you are jobless in Kenya, this situation does not look very good. Because if you are looking for a formal jobs, I want to be very honest with you. Those opportunities may not be forthcoming, at least not anytime soon. And that means you actually need to find a way of how you can be of economic value to not only the society but to yourself. You need to figure out how you can actually start making money, how you can start supporting yourself without relying maybe on your parents or even the government. And this is where the idea of starting an online business in Kenya when you're jobless comes in. This is because online ecosystems provide you with opportunities that probably you will not get in Kenya. When you create an income generating online business, you are actually going to tap into a global market. You can be able to sell products and services to people from across the world, which means you can actually sell to people in economies that are probably doing better. This is where you can start actually playing with currency arbitrage, meaning you start a business in Kenya, but your products and services are being sold to people in developed countries like maybe America, Canada, UK, Australia, Japan, and other countries. So you end up getting paid in dollars, which when you bring that money into the country, actually you end up finding that you have a little bit more money because you are living in a less developed country. So if you are looking for a job, if you are jobless, you have just finished school and are looking for ways to make money, if you have lost a job and probably you are finding it difficult to get a new job, I want you to consider starting an online business. And this means you need to first spend time learning and understanding how online business works, the various online business ideas that you can start and build in Kenya. You need to actually research and understand the various online business models that you can pursue. Once you have done this, this is one of the easiest business models or business ideas and concepts that you can pursue, because you do not require a lot to actually get started. You probably just need your phone, internet connection, and a laptop. And if you are a professional, chances are that you already have those tools. To get you started, you probably need to start maybe creating content. And this is because content creation is actually a foundational step when it comes to building an online business in Kenya. And the reason why content creation is important in terms of the online business value chain is because it helps you to start attracting your target market. It helps you to start building an audience of the people you want to actually help. You start speaking to the ideal customers that you would want to talk to, that you would want to sell your product and services to. This is something that will require you to create content, because it also gives you an ability to demonstrate, your knowledge, demonstrate your skills and expertise, to increase your visibility in the market, to build your personal brand, and at the same time, you can actually monetize that content on itself. In essence, what you're doing by creating content is actually building a community of people who are actually interested in the subject or the topic that you're talking about. And this is very important as part of building an income generating online business in Kenya. Because if you want, for example, to build a business related to personal finances, then you are going to be creating content related to topics such as how to invest, how to budget, how to save money, among other financial topics. If you are interested, or if you want to build a business based on your real estate experience or expertise, then you're also going to create content related to real estate, how to buy land, how to buy property, and other real estate related topics. If you are interested or you want to build a business around the topic of farming or related to farming or producing of food, then you need to also create content related to that subject matter. So as you can see, content becomes the first gateway to your business. It is what potential customers interact with before they actually do business with you. And there is a little reason why this is very important when it comes to sales and marketing. It is estimated that before someone purchases a product or a service from you, they need to interact with you 7 times. So when you create content, what you are building or what you are providing your potential customers with is an opportunity to actually interact with you. And the more they watch your content, the more they read your content, the better it is, because as you continue to engage with your potential customers, with their audience, then you are also building trust through the number of times probably they're interacting with your pieces of content. And that trust is very important, because trust plays a very key role when it comes to the purchasing decisions. And I know you know this because you also base your purchasing decision based on whether you can be able to trust the person selling you the product or the service. And it is the same thing when you are building an online business in Kenya. You want to get to that level where your potential clients, your audience, trust that you know what you're talking about, and you can actually help them solve the problem that they have. Audience building is actually one of the most important phases when it comes to starting and building an income generating online business in Kenya. And if you do want to learn more about the phases and the systems that you may be required to actually put in place or that you need to understand so that you can be having a successful online business in Kenya, watch these two videos on your screen right now. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not, and I'll see you in the next video.